Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new story. The name of this story is What If Naruto Became a Vengeful Anbu? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, I know I told you guys that I will be making a movie, but something happened and yeah, I have to attend to it, so henceforth a short story it is. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins 15 years after the Kyuubi attack in Konohagakure no Sato. It was a peaceful day and a peaceful evening in the village as we go towards the Hokage office, where we see the 4th Hokage, Yellow Flash aka Minato Namikaze, finishing up his work, and he was currently very tired as he turned around from his chair to look out of the window, which was on his back, as he sighed and had a huge smile on his face, because this was the first time in a week that he was able to finish his paperwork finally. And with newfound motivation to finish up the rest, he turned around, only to stop by the frame that was seated on his desk, in which he saw his family's picture. And he smiled before returning back to work. As after that, in the nighttime, we see him arriving at his house, which was a 2-story house near the clan compounds as well as the Hokage office. As when he knocked the door, it was opened by a redhead who was 14 years of age and resembled him a lot. Welcome back, Toho-chan. How was the day? Well, it was fine, Minma. How was your sister and your mother? They're fine. Come on in. As after that, we see the whole family gathered and they were just chatting and enjoying their evening. The whole family felt at peace because they were living in a peaceful era. And luckily this time around there was no skirmishing going on around the other villages as well. Until they heard a knock on the door. As Mito then said, "I'll see who it is." "Coming," she said, as she finally arrived at the doorsteps. As when she opened, she saw that there stood a carbon copy of her brother and her Toho-chan, but with blonde hair and blue eyes. As he entered inside and closed the door, after taking off his shoes, he began to walk towards the upper stairs, as the whole family just stood there in shock at the sight of him. As Naruto didn't even give them a glance until he went upstairs. As Mito then asked, "Who's that?" "Wait," Menma then said, "Did that guy just walked in and went upstairs? Why did you even let him in? He resembled you and Toho-chan a lot." "Wait, now that you say that, he kinda does." As Minato and Kushina were shocked and gears in their heads started to turn at the time. What had they done were the only thoughts that was going through their mind. And that kid wore an Anbu gear as well. So they dashed upstairs. The kids followed in suit. As when they arrived there, they saw that the man or the kid in the Anbu gear was packing some stuff. What is going on here? Who are you?" asked Minato. He was scared to find out the answer. Okay, now this is a newer level of, well, selfishness for even from you. You don't even know or remember me? No. um, who do I resemble then? Said Naruto, finding it quite confusing and funny. Well, forgetting about him was one thing, neglecting him was, but seriously forgetting about even his existence? That was a even new level of low for his ex-family for him. "You guys seriously don't remember me. I'm Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, your 3rd son." "Wait, what?" "Yes, I am the youngest of the bunch, by the way. Only by a few minutes though." Wait, what? I have a brother?" both of the siblings yelled. "Of course, you dumbasses, you have a brother." "Well, at least that's what I'm told." What do you mean, X?" "Because you never even considered or believed that I existed. Think of it as, well, now I'm leaving." "Wait, hold on," said Kushina. I remember now. I gave birth to you. You're my son. But how come I wasn't able to remember you?" said Kushina. As Naruto then said, "Listen, whatever it is, I don't care. You can enjoy your peaceful life as a family for all I care. Let it continue on. I am my own person now. I have my own life. I'm just here to grab my stuff and leave. How hard is it to be explained that much? But this is serious, Naruto. We are not joking. We never even remember giving birth to you or raising you. That is because you didn't. You acted like I did not even existed. All of you did. Even if once in a while you noticed, you acted differently and then went back to how things were. Wait. Everyone, yell Kai, as they did as Naruto rolled his eyes. Nothing happened. What is going on here? Are you done acting around or fooling around with me? I need to leave, okay? I gotta go with my girlfriend and we are gonna rent out an apartment. If you're wondering where I'm going, that is. I'm leaving here, but that's final. As Naruto then disappeared out of that. Wait! Before they could do anything, Minato couldn't stop his son because he left. So, he called for an emergency meeting. As now currently in the meeting, only the Shinobi clan heads, as some of the civilian leaders were allowed, alongside the elders and Hiruzen Sarutobi himself. I recently found out my deepest, darkest secret. You found out about Naruto's existence? Said Tazumi, breaking the ice. Wait, how do you all know? Minato, we all knew about him, said Fugaku. Whenever we tried to tell you that, you were always scared until you acted differently and went back to like you didn't even care about that. Wait, what? But how is this possible? Are we in a genjutsu or something? That could be a case, said Hiruzen as he was stroking his goatee while thinking for a bit. Nonsense, who could have done that? As then Jiraiya then poofed into existence there. You called Minato? Sensei, do you remember me having a third kid? Well, yeah, obviously you had Naruto. I even gave the kid some of the gifts as well. Where is he? You guys treating him well now? No, the thing is that we did not even knew he existed. This is serious. We need to look into this, Hokage-sama, said Hiyashi. If you are able to forget about your son, then what if it happens to us? We don't even want to go through that, said Inoichi. He thought, as well as everyone thought, trying to forget about their kid, or at least, well, someone made them. They felt shivers down their spine. They couldn't even imagine how hard the life of the kid would be. But why him? Or, better yet, who would even do that? I think the best answer for that is from Gamamaru-sama himself. I'll go and ask him that. As after some time, Jiraiya returned. He says that you alongside Naruto to be brought there. Then we will be only able to find answers. Okay, this meeting is adjourned, and he called on for the only trusted Anbu he could knew. Inu. As Inu arrived. Kakashi. What is it, Sensei? You know about Naruto? Obviously, he is in my team. He's known as Ghost. Ghost? Why him? Because he existed like one in his own family. But what you are saying is true, then Naruto might have a shot at family finally. And he might let his hatred for you go, because he will be able to understand that what you did was not because of your own will. Can you bring him here? You don't have to fret, I'm already here. Are you seriously saying that you did not remember anything about me? Because you did not even knew that I existed? Naruto yelled out. Yes, I'm sorry for this, son, but I only remember now. And from the looks of it, the memories of the past are already erasing. Someone has put a huge amount of genjutsu over us. We need to know. We need to remember who did this to us, so we can make a countermeasure for it so that it can never happen to anyone else. If that's the case, then I'm in it. I'll go with you, Hokage-sama. As after that, Naruto and his whole family went with Jiraiya at Mount Miyaboku. After arriving there, we see that Naruto and the rest of the children met with the Elder Toads as well as Gamabunta finally. And now they were being brought to the chambers of the Elder Toad Sage, where they finally met Gamamaru, who after hearing about their situation, finally then said, Wait here, I will try something. My friend Sage taught me this. To break out the strongest of the strongest genjutsus, you must stronger and strengthen your mind. Kai, he said, slamming his hands together as a huge chakra wave burst throughout them, as finally the memories in the people that were there unlocked. Wait, we remember now. It was a masked person. The masked person did this to us. Kurama, could it be? Yes, kid. I think it is the same one. But I have to ask my counterpart for this. You, Menma, right? Yes. Can you bump my fist? Naruto said, okay, I can give you a hug if you want. No, just fist bumping is fine. As after the fists connected, a portal was formed, in which Naruto and Menma were seen together, standing in front of one another, and behind them were the Kyuubi no Yokos. Naruto, you Biju, it's not sealed. I know. From the looks of it, you have good relation with my other half, said Menma's Kyuubi. Of course, Kurama, I have. How do you know that name? Because I told him, you idiot. From the looks of it, you don't even remember. No, I don't. It was quite weird for me when I woke up. But now I am aware that this is the same masked person who manipulated us. And he resembles a lot. Madara? Naruto asked. How do you know that? Again, known from your counterpart. I see. So what are you gonna do about that? I know what to do. Just what to do. We're gonna bring him in. Really? Yes. As after that, we see that both of them return back to the world. What was going on? You were gone for a while. Mito said, I just met with the other half of the Kyuubi, and Naruto has already made peace with it. I see. So what should we do now? Should we return back? Yeah, I guess we should. As after that, we go back towards Konoha. As a few months went by and Naruto was finally warming up to his family, and another year went by, and Naruto and the rest of his siblings were now 15, the first birthday that he spent with his family, and he was able to smile happily. But after his birthday, he had to go on a long-term mission away as an undercover agent in Kumo to save some of the informants there, and Naruto went there. As the 1 month passed, he was finally able to return, but when he did, he was shocked at the sight in front of him. The whole village was destroyed, and his parents. He tried to find them, his siblings, but to no avail. Turns out only one shinobi was alive, barely, Kakashi. Senpai, what happened? Akatsuki, Orochimaru, Master Shinobi. They did this, Naruto. They invaded. They killed everyone. Nobody was saved. And they took Menma and Mito. Who did? The Akatsuki. Your parents, Orochimaru, killed them. Naruto was enraged. Who could have sent them here? It was the villagers. It was them, the Kages. Their last message was displayed to us. I witnessed it myself. I will kill them. I will burn them to the ground. Find Menma and Mito. Please, save them, said Kakashi before dying, as Naruto, tear fell down his eyes. All his life he was abandoned, only to find out that this was a sick man's prank on them, and when he finally got what he wanted, it was taken from him, and enough was enough. And now we see 2 years went by after that day. The 4 elemental nations were happy, and not only that, celebrating Konoha's, erasing defeat and history. And as for Menma and Mito, their dead bodies were found and buried. And so could be said for Yellow Flash, as well as Kushino Uzumaki. As now we see a person standing in front of the dead bodies in the middle of a storming rain, as he was finally giving them burial after finding out where their bodies were kept. I promise to you, I'll burn them down to the ashes. What they have taken from me, they wish they hadn't. As after that, a rampage began. First was Orochimaru. His hideouts were one by one blown off until the figure found him. So you finally tracked me down, Naruto-kun. How do you know it was me? I knew because I took something precious away from you. And I learned something as well. As Orochimaru teleported, using the Hiraishin technique. No. As Orochimaru was trapped in the middle of the space-time. What the? I tried to counter it. What did you do? You're now stuck in between time and space, Orochimaru. Explode. As the null void exploded, I can do this as well. As Orochimaru was blown out, his lower half was exploded into a million bits, and nothing remained there. As Naruto grabbed his upper half and began to beat him mercilessly until nothing remained. And he only asked one question, which Orochimaru screamed and answered. Where was the Akatsuki? As one word was uttered out by Orochimaru before brutally killed Amegakure. After that, in Amegakure, we see Naruto butchered each and every one of the Akatsuki members and finally grabbed the masked person to rip out his Sharingan and shove it down his face before clenching his mouth so hard that his jaw and the skull broke, exposing his brain and innards. As after that, Naruto threw his body down until he grabbed Zetsu and burned him to crisp. After finding out about this, the news got to the other villages about this, and they were now gathering in a council meeting. As they were gathering in the Iron Country, we see that the meeting was being held as every Kage displayed their displeasure for what was going on around them. Their partners were killed off. Someone has been killing it. It must be that the kid that wasn't there. That bastard was in my village, under my nose, and I couldn't do anything to him to make it look like that their plan was working. And for what? For this very moment, I guess, said a figure that arrived from the shadows. So you brought yourself here. Save us the trouble. As in an instant all of their loved ones and guards fell down, being brutally cut up and chopped up into million slices as he clenched his fist. Ninja wires attached to it. Poisonous wires. As they tried to move but they couldn't. I have wrapped around them as well. Yourselves. One more moment and the poison will course through your brains and veins. What do you want? This. As first Oniki was dead, and then was Rasa, and then it was Mei, and finally A was the only one left, alongside the Iron Country's leader. You never did anything to me, you samurai, so you're free to go. I'm sorry, but I must kill you for defiling this land. I see. What a bummer then. As Naruto then evolved into a huge nine-tailed fox, but a golden one, as the Bijudama was charged and blasting at point-blank range, destroying the whole Iron Country village. As after that, the other villages were shocked and scared that they were now leaderless. What kind of monster they have created? And that is when they realized that this could not be stopped. They sent out their Bijus and Jinchurikis only for them to be turning to his side. The Bijus, not the Jinchurikis. Those who were loyal freaks to their village were killed off, such as B as well as from Eva and from other villages. But those who sided with him and his ideologies, suffering the same hatred, they remained strong. And the rest of the elemental nation suffered and destroyed under their regime. And after that, those who survived, the minor villages, their criminals were killed off one by one, like someone was destroying a part of their body to save the rest of it. One organ destroyed to save the rest of the body was enough for them, and the people were happy about it. And in the end, we see a 20-year-old Naruto standing alone there, in front of the graves of his parents and everyone else, saying only one thing: I avenged you. I avenged all of them. And they will all suffer for this. As Naruto said these words, we see that the souls of the Kages, as well as Orochimaru and the Katsuki, were in Naruto's twisted sword of hell that he created from the Genjutsu that was used by the masked person for his own family, in which Naruto and all of their victims will torture them to no end, and that is what they were suffering to very own this day. As for Naruto, he was alone again, but this time for good, because he had nothing to lose, and nothing is scarier than a man who has nothing to lose in the world of shinobis. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you liked this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.